Ba 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 ba. Oh, okay. I've got a song for you all tonight. Welcome in. I've got a song. Barcelona. Oh, here. Are you ready? Come on, Newcastle United. Let's give them a game. We got Nick up front. And we got Harvey and Gordon, Bruno, Anton, Sandro and Jolinton. Come on, Newcastle We can do it. We got the players, and anyhow, we are at our place of worship, St. James's Park. Barcelona are in Toon. Let's give them a game to remember last time. Who remembers Tino Asprilla back fit? I believe we can beat them. We got the players, now Gordon is back. Geordie Pride, front of the world. At St. James's Park, we are under the lights. I hope we spread our goals around. Nick, Gordon, Bruno, Harvey must win under the lights. Two. Black and white army, get at them. Many will say Barcelona. We got the players, so I hope you like that song. I really do. It's called Barcelona Are Here. Let's get at them. Whitey ho! Let's see, we've got 10 here and we've got 5 lakes. Get in. Come on. Now, let me just show you. There we go. Now, a lot of other different people on YouTube will give you stats, teams, formations, the whole 9 yards. Good evening, Vivian. Good evening to, we got Ayman, Shahin, hello, and we have Money is Everything, and we got Peter Smith. The plant says it all. Which plant? Way, I've got many. Can you play Local Hero? Well, I'd have to learn the chords, where the positions are, and I would do a little version because I would get copyrighted. So, yeah, I mean, the stuff I'm going to be learning is bits of Led Zeppelin, bits of Black Sabbath, and bits of Iron Maiden. But welcoming. Now, tonight, after I have finished here, planting room you just came out of. Ah, let me guess. Okay. So you are talking about this. Well, this little plant here, it was little, it was down there somewhere. But it must like the music because it's about 2.5, 3 foot off the ceiling. As you can see, there's the top of the door frame, and from the top of the door frame, there's not much space. So, yeah. Right. So, what I've done is this. I've done several videos today which are posted, and oh yeah, we have this one as well. We have that one there, which is Lucky Bamboo. Yeah. And we have that one, Lucky Bamboo, as well. Yeah. My man was a plant person, and those plants were, well, let me just show you. Those plants were about here or here in height, and with a bit of talking to them and watering them, giving them plant food, bush. It just shows you what you can do, you know. Pop that on. But yes, I'm going to be doing the welcome video. The welcome video is for the other YouTube channels that I have. So you get a welcome video, which is going to be 5 minutes in length, and then on this channel you have $1.99 for memberships, $4.99, $8.99, and $12.99. But the $12.99, which is the top tier, has nothing yet, because when the businesses open in the city centre, that's when you will get content, and you will get videos on all of the channels as well as on here. So there's lots and lots to come. And the reason why there's all of this information coming at you is this. I'm part of a YouTube content creators bootcamp. Everybody in the boot camp is a fellow YouTube channel from Spain, Portugal, France, Belgium, the Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and beyond. We all gather up on a Google Zoom call. Oh, that would be wicked. Hold on, 8-2. 8-0 to Barca. Not a hope. You have more hope of winning the lottery 3 times on the bounce. That's not going to happen. It's a bit optimistic, to be honest. Stuart, Arthur, Grasshopper Plus. Too much. I don't know what that word means at the end, so can't help you there. But what I'm going to say to you is this. Nick Watermaid has got his very first goal, and the hope is tomorrow night he will continue on his rise in the goal charts. Game of revenge. Old uncle. I am 58 years old. 58. So, the hope is tomorrow Nick can get another goal. Harvey, Bruno, Sandro, and Gordon. We have enough players to spread the goals around. One thing I would like, not saying it's going to happen, but one thing I would like is Anthony Alanga on the score sheet. How you doing today, Rev? Where's the Rev? This is a football talk. See the badge? Can you see the badge? Yeah. And after I've finished doing this, Rashford to score. Well, doesn't he play for... Who's he play for now? Is it still Aston Villa? I'm not sure. Barcelona. I didn't see him on the... No, I wasn't watching that. I wasn't watching that game. I was watching a game last night. Real Madrid played somebody. Was it? Who did they play last night? Because the other team scored first. And are you not a reverend? No. This is a football shirt. Yeah. Look. It's an old football shirt, but it's a football shirt. It is not. It doesn't have the black bit and the white bit there. So you're a bit confused. Sorry, but you are. This is a football shirt. It's a very old one, like, but never mind. Love the stream. Just quick. Any tips on how I get my dad to stop getting super jealous every time? Well, that one's dead easy. Really. Really. Whoever, Corvo, you should have been on that like a bullet. And one thing as the next few weeks go by is more mods to help Corvo out. Marseille played Real. Yeah, that's who it was, Marseille. They played a bloomin' good game. However, tomorrow night's game, that's the big one. And let's have a little check. Okay. Yeah. Cushy. Do you know the thing is? I'm gonna be totally honest with you all. I'm 58 years old, and if you are going to come in here with crazy comments, I'll tell you this straight up: we're not in the playground anymore. Yeah, we're all meant to be grown-ups. If you act like a grown-up, you are sensible, your comments are sensible, hey, I'll read them out. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Right. Okay. If that person keeps bombarding, promise you this, the next message, you'll know about it. End of. Yeah. People who want to be mod, there's one chance. One chance. That's all you get. One chance. Because in life, that's what you get. One chance. Dan, you're back. Okay. Heavy metal pizza 2. Your message makes about as much sense as a chocolate fire guard in front of a blazing fire. So, really, fun and games, eh? Are we in the schoolyard again? Huh? No, it don't. You look like this looks like a priest. Really? Really? Honestly? Because no. Road dog! Welcome in, mate. The exactly pond, it would melt. It would melt. That's exactly my point. Hello, Paul up the Toon. Yes. Let's hope so anyway. I mean, that song I've just wrote about Barcelona, I wrote that from 6 o'clock. And I thought, what an excellent way to put it out because Newcastle host Barcelona tomorrow. You look like a priest. I look like a priest with a football shirt on. Really? What have you been up to today? Doing videos and uploading those videos, changing the um, memberships. 199 is back, and giving more information. And after this video is uploaded, the next one comes for another channel. Okay. What was the meeting you posted? That was a meeting where they were speaking about the bus service. That's gone. It's vanished. It's now cast to the winds. Footy underscore hub. Okay. Guess what? Simple as that. Bosh. As I said, and I will say this again so slowly, you're not in the schoolyard anymore. 3-2. Remember, yeah, it was. And Tino Asprilla did a backflip. And do you know what surprised me back then? There was all of those clever, commentators, the show hosts who turned round and went, "Oh, it's going to be Barcelona, Barcelona." How daft did they look come full time? They looked absolutely, right. Listen. I don't know, man. Children, man. This is an over 18s channel, not children. Yeah. It's nice buzz cut. Okay. Okay. Do you know what it is? Let's do it this way. Yeah. Let's do it this way. See, now I can't see what you're putting in chat, so now I'm relying on Corvo, who now has a very hard job. Yeah, because I can't see chat. But hopefully the other mods will help him out. Yeah, because if you want to put daft, stupid, silly comments, I can't see them, but they can, and the hope is they vanish. So tomorrow night, the hope is Newcastle win, and then I think Anthony Gordon is available for the next game. I hope he is. Oh yes, I have confirmed this. This is in December. and that is a train journey on a old style train. So wherever that train goes, that's where we're going. So yeah. Now there are 15 people here. Thank you for coming in. Now, Corvo and the Pete are going to need some help. Yeah. So, as we go forward towards Christmas, which isn't far away, those who want to be a mod, remember, you only get one chance. Yeah? One single chance. You mess it up, you mess it up. It's up to you. But if you want to be a mod and you've got a sensible head on your shoulders, message me in the comments and I will have a think. And the next time I'm live, I will grant your wish. But just remember, one chance. Okay? So, yeah. Now, after this video, I'm doing an introduction video, which will be 5 minutes. Post that to the other channels, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 extra YouTube channels, and each one needs an introduction as per this YouTube content creator program, which ends on Thursday. 10 weeks of listening to much bigger YouTube channels who give all of their time to help every other small YouTube channel. So, yeah. Right, let's have a look. Middlesbrough is worse. Kind of love my hometown. Which channels? Geordie Nation, Me Music One, and the Mighty Magpie, and like I say, they're getting an introduction, and then they will be getting an hour worth of a video after that. We have beat Paranormal. Okay. So, yeah. And the one thing I'm going to ask on Thursday when we have our final meeting is this. StreamYards does multiple boxes, but you have to go premium to get that, which is $37 a month. And do you... Excuse me? Crocodile. There ain't no crocodiles in the UK. No. Sorry, you're on the wrong channel. And James Patrick It tells you all of that on my YouTube profile page. Can you eat? No. If I went to Australia or the United States of America, maybe, but no. Ah, why is you putting all caps? What's the what is the point? I thought Raw Dog. I thought that was absolutely horrible. Dan is saying I've eaten croc in the UK. Hmm? Okay, I've never heard of it here, but I'll take your word. What we got here? Well, James, you're in the wrong place. Gordon Bennett, man. And yes, what's about it? You eat it every day. Have you ever wrestled one? Because that's your topic. Have you ever wrestled one? Oh dearie me, man. Some of these comments. Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. You're blind and daft and stupid, but like however, can you eat 3 shredded wheat? I've had 4. You got to watch the milk though. No, I've got lots of people who are black who I know. How are the lads? Yeah, I have wrestled. Says yes. What about it? I have wrestled some. Oh, you were talking about crocodiles before, man. How were? Yeah, me, man. Honestly. And Tabinia, I'm a Man United fan. Oh, I bet you're disappointed at the moment then. Have you ever. What? Seriously, man. I saw the film. I think there was 2 films by I can't even remember the guy's name. She was nice though in the film, but I can't remember his actual name. And I was Crocodile Dundee in the film, but like I say, yeah, there was 2 films. So, did I ever get any aggressive customers on the bus? No, and that's really strange because sometimes I would bring the bus in on a night time, put it to bed, and then I was off the next day because obviously when you're doing late shift, you don't work the next day. Ah, Paul Hogan. Hey, is he still about? Did you ever hook up with Freddie Mercury? I saw Freddie Mercury at St James's Park. Absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding until He had a glass in his hand, which was on the piano. And he went, "To all of you." And we got what was in the glass. What did you think of the protest in London? There's loads of protests in London. How bizarre, man. Right. There we go. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So he's still alive. Right. But yeah. A long time ago, his films. I always remember that guy who like tried to rob him with a knife, and she was shaking, and he turned around and he goes, "That's not a knife. This is," and it was like a great big sword. He's 85. Wow. So is he still in Australia? Or did he leave Australia to go to America? Not quite sure. Well, he would look very frail at 85. Oh, he's wheelchair bound. God, yeah, yeah. That might happen with me as well. I mean, um, there's a thing with my right hip, so I might have to do the same. Might. I don't know. But yeah, really, really sad. All that crocodile wrestling. Wow, we man. Do you know what? I saw a video and it was in Australian. Sadly, he's gone. And this Australian had his own zoo, and he used to do stuff that would give you nightmares. Truly, you know. Steve, I can't think of his second name, but um, he went to do something, and you know, yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him. Um, because there was his wife and the kids, and like I say, he had his own zoo. And I remember once he was out in his boat, and there was a snake like in the sea, and he was talking about this as the boat slowed down. What I didn't expect, he jumped in the bloody water, you know, and he'd been talking about that this particular snake. I think it was green in color, and I think it's the most venomous, and it proper. I was like, he's jumped in the water with it, and I was like, what the heck are you doing, man? Yeah, it was killed by a stingray. Yeah, the boy's taking his place. No way, man. So his family's like carried on. Wow. Yeah, he did have. Yes, you are spot on, man. You are absolute. He did things no ordinary person would do. I mean, dangerous animals and stuff like that. And But that one with the snake. Well, I think there was two with a snake. One, he was like very, very close to it, like this close to it, and I was like, "Oh my god, don't believe this." His zoo's still going. Wow, we man. But yeah, I mean, that was such. Roberts is the boy's name. He has the videos. Oh, I see. Have you seen? Yes, I've seen a few of them. That Louis, he's a is it left side or right side person? But hey, man, some of his documentaries on BBC Two, they were bizarre. Really, wow. I couldn't watch all of his stuff. It's just a little bit far out. But yeah, and one thing I would love to do though is take a trip, like 2 weeks to Australia, and go to the western part of Australia, and then do Victoria, which is the eastern corner of Australia. It was not on the BBC, BBC Two, I think it was on. It was long before iPlayer came out. Love your pronunciation. I'm a Geordie. I study your language 3 years now. Nice to have you in. And I want to go to Australia at some point. I want to also see the pyramids in Egypt at some point. And I also want to go to Hawaii. The reason why I want to go to Hawaii is the volcanoes, because volcanoes bring diamonds and gold up when they do that stuff. So, yeah. Oh, yes, there's memberships available on this channel, super stickers, super chats, and that's a lot of planes, Paul. Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, right? Like I've mentioned in a few of my videos, if I get 3,000 subscribers and 3,000 memberships, I can say to those at the job centre and those high up at YouTube, I'm pushing forward. And to everybody that's here, if you grab yourself from the App Store a Phantom wallet, when we do get to both at 3K, then I will give you some of the meme coin and just keep it for 12 months, and then you can spend it or keep it. Choice is yours. So yeah, and with the added extras which are coming, do I believe in the paranormal? It depends what you're on about by the paranormal. I've seen some stuff that, in one incident, Coventry, nearly crashed the car, nearly. But I've seen bizarre stuff. Stay away from the walls. Ah ha ha. Well, I've been on a wander. I've seen an object go from one side of where I was to the other side as fast as I can blink my eyes, and then it did a 90-degree turn. That was one thing I saw. Second thing, when I nearly crashed the car, coming through Coventry, heading back to here, into Nottingham, and the clouds did something a little bit bizarre. I'm looking at a wood. I've got to go to the wood and then turn to go round the wood to get to my connecting road, and the clouds did that. And as I got close, they did that. But there was something else there. And that just it blew my mind what I saw. What it looked like, do you remember before our time, there was a thing called the Zeppelin that would travel across the world, and people would get on it. It was kind of like that. However, there was lights, and the other place, Northumberland. There's a place in Northumberland called the Hangman's Noose. The Hangman's Noose is up the hill from Elsdon Village as you're going back towards Newcastle. And that's where we were. It was an absolutely beautiful night. Round about 11, 12. And looking straight down the road I'd just come up, there was 3 people, and I went, wow, that's a nice village. And the lady who had a caravan up there, that ain't a village. And I went, it is. You can see all the houses, all the lights. No, it's not a village. And I was like, so if it's not a village, what is it? And her and the other person went, that ain't a village. And that was in Northumberland. So, yeah. One of the craziest things before I left Newcastle, and I'd been at my mum's for, I think, maybe a month or 2. And she sent me to the shops. And she turned around and she says, oh, do us a favour, nip round to Peter's. And I went, okay, Mum, do that. What do you want? So she gave us a list, went round to Peter's on a beautiful day. Hardly any traffic. And all I heard, do you remember, it films from years and years ago where there was like a vacant horn when they were going to pillage somewhere? You could hear that in the air. So scary, our topic tonight. But yeah. So yeah, I have seen and heard some bizarre stuff. But yeah. The white hair that you see, that came from when I was a driver. Turned a corner in Newcastle driving a Benwell bus, and somebody decided to cross the road on Pilgrim Street as I was turning the road. And damn, I was sitting at that bus stop for a while because I was going, calming down. But yeah, that was the craziest thing. I've actually I had a situation up north driving the bus, Kentonborough, and real bad weather. Slid the bus 170 foot. Yeah, it went wide. Yeah, because when I was working, first started with a company, jet black, thick hair, and I would go to the barbers at West Denton and have the sides shaved and a little bit off the top, but not much. And then, like I say, when those incidents happened, um, it went white. No wonder you got fired. Let me just inform you. I had a boss that didn't like. He couldn't stand the fact I have a YouTube channel. What do you say there, Darren? What do you say? You tell me. But yeah, crazy stuff happens. So, we'll be seeing you probably in the morning, 11:30, and there will be videos in the middle. Do you rent? Yeah. I lost everything. Car, her, the dog, the whole lot. So now, yeah, I rent. And when my apps go live full time, then I'll buy a house. I'll buy a car. Yeah, yeah, of course he was. But there was one thing he didn't expect. When I got the boot, he got the boot too. So, yeah. He wanted to stay at the depot and he couldn't. Somebody new is there now. Do you get help with your rent? Yeah. I have to sleep. Okay. Was he? No. No. He was a person. Do you know what? He has the crazy bit. He has the bizarre bit. Who remembers a show? Jeremy Kyle. Who remembers Jeremy Kyle? He used to have a show on TV. Anybody remember that? Jeremy Kyle? Well, guess what? I got roasted in the office. I got absolutely roasted by the union and him. They all just like took their samurai swords out, went and ripped me a new backside. And the boss, the big boss, actually was on Jeremy Kyle. Crazy. But I got slaughtered because I was doing YouTube videos. Isn't that strange? Now, you'd have to watch a lot of Jeremy Kyle to catch him, but he is on there. The episode was somebody was having a relationship with another driver's missus. No, I didn't get sacked because of that. What happened was illegal, and I got told it was illegal from quite a few different people from the Citizens Advice Bureau. Oh, she wasn't me missus, she was the person I was with. You have to put a ring on the finger to become man and wife. Case files are public. Yeah. Well, there's more to come on that. Trust me. It hasn't gone away. Anyway, hope to see you all 11:30. And I've got 3 videos to post on different places. So I will see you all in the morning. And those who were wondering, yeah, go check out Jeremy Kyle. And I've already told you what the episode is about, so go and have a look. And you all have a wonderful evening. And thank you for coming in. Next time you come in, super chats, super stickers, memberships are all available. Anyway, thank you all.